Ask West any question about virtually anything, and the conversation moves back to his faith in God, which is clearly foundational and is driving his transformation from a pop star to what he hopes to become, which is a spiritual leader. He explained it in this clip. What's your prayer life like? Do you pray a lot?
This is a prayer. We're in constant prayer. I thought Hail Mary came to me, not in a Catholic way, but more like in a Tupac way, like, come with me, Hail Mary, I'm gonna run quick, see, what do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? Na, 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 na. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
It's like a Negro spiritual. It's a chant. It is, you know, it puts you in that mode. I got a song that I made. It was like a mix, it was a hybrid of that and Led Zeppelin. And it goes, it's like my best song. La, 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 wait till I get my money right. La, 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 then you can't tell me nothing, right? And people, I mean, I can open up this stuff. I can open up tours with this song. I wanted to point out this hybrid. You know, it's like if you see Zombieland 1 and Zombieland 2, or Terminators, anything, they always make the characters a little bit badder in the next generation. So that's, you know, Kim is like a hybrid. She's not just Marilyn Monroe. You know, she's also a fashion person. She's also a mom. She's also an activist. She's a lawyer. She's a multi-billionaire. She's hot. She's one of the most beautiful people of all time. You know, this is a different level of video game character now. And when you see a headline that says, Kim says, oh, I'm gonna stay single forever, that's the indoctrination. Like, because they want this person to tell all the little girls out there that they need to be single forever. You know, all moms, I know there's definitely people who watch this show.
Do you think that? So you don't think that's an organic, natural thing? I mean, that is a message that she is being used to send.
Absolutely. Think about the song, Don't Talk About Bruno, no, 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 which already sounds weird, like it's, you know, talking about like an uncle or something that did something wrong if they say, don't talk about Bruno, right? But in the song, listen to the lyrics, it says, the man of my dreams will be slightly out my reach. And I just see my kids running around, and I see these things, but, you know, the thing about, for the execs at Disney that are studying everything I'm doing or saying, trying to figure out how to connect with 15-year-olds, and that's why Bernard Arnault, you know, buys Supreme, and instead of putting a true skater designer, they put like a BLM manager as the head of Supreme, because Supreme has an impact with the 15-year-olds. For the Disney guys, you know, you might not believe in God, but God believes in you. It's not a battle you can win. It's like, don't jump, Anakin, I have the higher ground kind of situation. So you could put out all of the indoctrinations and, you know, moves and have the biggest media company, but why am I alive? Why am I protected? Why did I become the richest black man of all time? Like, how did that happen? And the more and more I lean into God and work for God, the more wins God is gonna bestow on our team, on Jesus Gang. And for me to go out and just state an obvious and empathetic statement in the middle of the most liberal central, like to go, that was like Tiananmen Square or something, right? I was like, with Candace Owens, and we both wore the shirt at the same time. You know, we got some Jesus soldiers out here, and people say they're willing to die for it, but we live for it. We're living for the battle. And what's the battle for? Life itself, our children. They're killing us through the food. They're killing us through the content. They're killing us through the programming. But God is alive, and is alive in all of us, and we will overcome.
It sounds like you're hopeful for the future of the country.
Absolutely, because I have the vision for it. I understand the ecosystem. I understand how to even liberate a big pharma. I have solutions for the future. You know, I don't have the entire vision. You know, certain things are just in front of me and they happen when they're supposed to happen. But there's so many open doors. Like, we have this concept, this is put on my heart, the idea of a monastery, or I call it the Dondastery, which takes the different disciplines and blends them together. And in the Dondastery, we have proper baby health care. Like, and I'm sure there's a higher, like, actually when I met with Gabby, she had a really, really good term for this. And so many people bring their babies to the hospital, not just Black people, and the doctors mess up. And they're like, oh, there's been some complications. So to be able to have like incredible nurses. I was very specific about saying nurses instead of saying doctor too. I don't believe you need a doctor, and I'm not a doctor, but a nurse. It's possible, you know, to have a successful childbirth. And so that's the first thing we provide: shelter. We won't turn anyone away. Food, clothing, high-end curriculum, and vocational curriculum, farming, carpentry, automotive, computer, software, and hardware. So it becomes a new place where someone can lay the baby on their steps and say, hey, the situation I'm in, I don't have enough money for another kid. I don't have the time. I don't have the room in my house. I just don't have the resources. And every day for the past 2 months, I've been walking by this Planned Parenthood, and I'm thinking about stopping in because I just can't have this baby. And what I'm doing is saying, hey, but let's put a place just across the street from the Planned Parenthoods and say, this is a place that when you decide to have your child, this child can have the best opportunity at life.
Do you think this society discourages parental involvement, parental influence over the children?
I mean, society is like a big term. You mean
it is. Well, you had said that your father was discouraged from, you know, being in your household, and you have been discouraged from being in your children's lives.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a thing that happens to a lot of people in America, to a lot of men?
Absolutely. And a lot of men deal with a mother and the baby mama and the mother-in-law ganging up to take the child away.
Yeah.
And not wanting to give the dad his say-so. Like, there was even a moment where we were arguing about North's basketball coach, and I had to say, like, I went from not making a basketball team in 8th grade to winning championships in 9th grade by practicing every day. And North likes basketball, and I'm gonna come and practice with her every day. I'm also gonna pick the other coaches that work with her. And now that she's back playing basketball, this is the most confident person in the league. She's like the Dennis Rodman. And when North snatches the ball out of a girl twice her size, and she comes over to the side, I tell her, don't let anyone take anything from you ever. Don't let anyone take anything from our family. Don't let anyone take our company. Always protect your brothers and sisters.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.